Welcome to Truth is Now Treason, a podcast that annihilates the lies but defends justice and truth, particularly the truth. Welcome to Truth is Now Treason. We are the official podcast of Springfield.
The government there loves us since we are focusing our eyes like a laser on exposing their lies. And they're thrilled that we are there to cast a beam of light on their bullcrap.
You are welcome, Springfield. You know, it's funny. If you just do the right thing, then you won't have to worry about hiding anything, will you, Springfield?
Yeah, maybe you could learn from that. You probably won't. Oh, well.
If they would just do things right like Truth is Now Treason.
Well, like Dietrich of Truth is Now Treason.
The good news for Springfield is we are not talking about them this week. We are talking about another place in Ohio that is actually having a problem with illegals as well that might be worse.
Today we're talking about Lockland. Now, I can almost guarantee that the media is not talking about Lockland, but they should be, because the Biden-Harris regime is looking to make every state a border state, and they are specifically looking to do this to small towns, and I guarantee you, yours is next.
Lockland is a village that is a suburb of Cincinnati, Ohio. And this village did have a population of about 3,000, but it's changed significantly. Lockland has taken on 3,000 Mauritanian illegals.
The population of this village has in fact doubled in just a short period of time. So as you can imagine, this has created huge problems for this city.
And if you're asking where in the world is Mauritania, trust me, you're probably not the only one asking. Mauritania is an African nation on the west coast, just south of Morocco, and most people have never heard of it.
Yeah, it is by and large, it's a barren land of desert. Now, there have been bad problems in Mauritania to this day. Slavery was not outlawed in Mauritania until 2007, but it continues to be a problem that the government there just by and large refuses to address.
The population of Mauritania is overwhelmingly Muslim. The judges there rule according to Sharia law. Obviously, you're going to have a problem there because if you're a woman, you have no rights whatsoever.
And now, the problems of Mauritania are the problems of Lockland. Now, Lockland's administrator and fire chief, his name is Doug Waymeyer, says that there are 3,000 Mauritanian refugees who now call Lockland home.
He said the Mauritanians are mainly living in 2 specific apartment buildings with as many as 10 people living in a 2-bedroom unit. It's a disaster waiting to happen if a serious fire breaks out at one of these buildings.
Listen to what Doug has to say about this when he was talking to Fox News.
At least 2 of our apartment complexes are over-occupied. Generally, there are 79-unit apartment buildings with 4 tenants. Should have 4 tenants per space. And what we're finding on emergency calls is there's anywhere from 10, 12, 8 occupants per apartment unit in the complex. The challenges that puts in place are that the buildings aren't designed for that, right? You give an apartment building that's 79 people, let's just say 80 units at 4 people per unit, that's about 320 people. When you double or maybe even triple that population, the building systems aren't designed to handle that, right? So when you use the utilities, that's backing up. We have instances where people are going in to take a shower and feces is running out of the drains, filling the bathtubs as it comes from the floor above. That's compounded probably by the cooking methods that they use, which is a heavy grease-laden process. And I would subject or assume, I guess, that they're probably pouring that directly down the drain, which is causing blockages
And this brings up one of our primary points. What is the code in the state of Ohio when it comes to how many can live in a 2-bedroom apartment?
And the answer is 2 people per bedroom. So 2 times 2 is 4. And right now they are housing anywhere from 8 to 12 people in these apartments. So where are the state inspectors in regards to all of this? The building code police. I don't know what you call them.
Building code police.
Whatever you call those people.
Call Cheap Trick. We'll get the Dream Police there. Dream Police. Da-na-na-na-na-na.
Why is no one enforcing the law?
This is an obvious fire hazard as well as a disgusting safety hazard. I mean, does no one care? It's crickets. Hello? Bueller? Yeah,
if someone wasn't housing these, they could be fined for housing that many people within an apartment.
Absolutely.
In addition, Waymeyer stressed that the influx of these illegal immigrants has placed a heavy burden on taxpayers, hardworking people who now have to fork over parts of their paychecks to house illegal aliens. And this is partly due to most immigrants being unable to work there and unable to pay taxes. And I might want to just add, it's not just Laughlin taxpayers, it's taxpayers in the whole state of Ohio paying for it.
Or whatever state you live in, wherever you have your Springfield, you're paying for it. Now, according to Doug, they have essentially displaced the tax-paying residents of these 200 apartment units and filled them with non-tax-paying residents. So he says that city is losing $125,000 to $150,000 in revenue because of that.
Wow. So why are Biden, Harris, and I'll even say Obama wanting to bring these people here in such a concentrated area? Well, there are numerous reasons, but one of the answers lies in Ilhan Omar. She is a Muslim member of the House of Representatives from Minnesota, and may I just add, should never have been voted in. She hates America. Anybody who is anti-American should never be representing America in Washington, D.C.
But then Obama wouldn't have been president.
True. He should have been put on trial for treason. Ilhan Omar is also an anti-Semite. She's anti-Israel. She hates Jews.
How did Ilhan Omar happen? It happened by putting a ton of Somalis in Minnesota. They're all in a concentrated area, and as a result, they voted for their own. And this is the goal with the Democrats. You put a large concentration of Haitians in Springfield. What's going to happen? They're going to vote for somebody Haitian to represent them. What's going to happen in Laughlin? They're going to vote for somebody Mauritanian to vote for them. Aurora, Colorado, Venezuelan. And by and large, most of these people that get elected by these groups, because the Democrats brought them in intentionally saying, hey, you don't want those Republicans in here. They're going to kick you out. You need to be Democrat. And that's why so many of these groups bring in somebody who's a Democrat.
And this is the design of the left. This is why they want this so bad. The left wants a permanent hold on the House of Representatives, and this is their way to get it. And it doesn't matter what the cost is.
And again, the goal of the left is to bring in tons of new Democrat voters. People on the left will say, undocumented immigrants are not allowed to vote. They're lying to you. Remember, Laughlin, it's split into 2 congressional districts, one held by a Democrat, one held by a Republican. Want to take a guess where those apartment complexes are? They're on the Republican side of Laughlin. This was done intentionally.
Yeah, why didn't they put them in the district with the Democrat? No, they're trying to win that district and get that power. Explain to me, if illegal immigrants are not allowed to vote, then why is the federal government suing the state of Alabama for removing illegal aliens from their voter rolls? Why is the Department of Justice suing the state of Virginia for the same thing? Explain to me why the state of Ohio is having to sue the Biden administration, the Harris administration, to release records of citizenship so they can get illegals off of the voter rolls before the election takes place.
This is all about creating new Democrat voters. Don't believe this is the case? Go to the bottom 2 links in the podcast description and read the articles that are both from government sources. Again, this is not Fox News. These are government sources. Now, we have Venezuelan gangs in Aurora, Colorado running apartment complexes. Who cares?
Multiple people killed in Springfield through car accidents involving illegal Haitians. And as long as none of them have the last name of Biden or Harris, don't expect the regime to care.
People taking showers in feces in Lockland. Not a problem for Kamala, because when illegals were dropped off at her front door in D.C., the law got involved. Dirty Harry came down and he saved the day. We need new Democrat voters, and we need them now.
Welcome to the 2-tiered system of justice created by Obama, Biden, and Harris. This is the cost of reshaping America to a socialist nation. And the Democrats expect you to pay for it.
Right now, Lockland is paying for it. Trust me, if you vote in Kamala, you're next.
Until next time, my fellow traitors. So go vote for Trump.
Says the WSCN.
I bet you don't know what that means.
We've got a prize for you. This will show if anybody's really listening. If you can figure out what WSCN means, send an email to truthisnowtreason@gmail.com, and we've got some Truth Is Now Treason swag just for you.